You've been investing in the wrong order. That's why it feels like you're working hard and nothing sticks. Here's what the pros do instead. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, juggling debt, and not sure where to start, the order matters more than the investments you pick. Get the order right, and your money finally compounds. Today, I'll give you the only 5 step order to invest your money so you can quit your 9 to 5 faster. And there's a circle step most people skip that multiplies your discipline and speed. If you want the real mechanics behind wealth building, subscribe and let's start. Step 1. Fix your circle first. Before we talk dollars, we need to remove the leaks. If your partner, friends, or environment pull you into spending, drama, or distractions, your plan will stall. Think about it this way. Misaligned relationships keep you in survival mode. Every invite out, every just this once purchase, every argument about money costs you energy and focus. The solution is simple and powerful. Align your circle and set rules. Start with a quick audit. Now, look at your partner. Are we aiming at the same goals in the same timeline? Now analyze your friends. Do they nudge you to spend or support you saving? Lastly, take a good look at your environment. Is your feed full of flex culture, or are people building? If the answer stresses you out, fix it. Now the practical part, create a 90-day no-drama sprint. For the next 12 weeks, say no to restaurants, fast food, random trips, and impulse online orders. Tell your partner, for 90 days, we're stacking cash to hit X. After we hit it, we'll add some fun back on purpose. This isn't forever. It's a focused season. Set 2 routines that reduce friction. First, a weekly money date, 15 minutes, same time. You look at savings balance, debt paid, contributions made this week. Second, automatic rules. Automate transfers on payday so saving happens before spending. Delete delivery apps, unfollow spend-heavy accounts. Put your cards out of reach, keep a small cash allowance for the week. Make sure you stick to the scripts. When you're with your spouse, say, no eating out for 8 weeks while we hit our $1,000 buffer. And once we hit it, we'll budget 1 meal out. When you're with your friends, say, I'm on a 90-day sprint, I'll still hang, but I'm skipping the thoughtless spending for a while. Add 2 accountability partners, people who are also saving and investing. Send each other a screenshot of your weekly progress. No shaming, just support. Big mistakes to avoid? Vague agreements like, we'll try to save. Write the rules. Secret spending kills trust and momentum. Mixing goals with people who don't share them. Good people. Wrong season. When your circle lines up, discipline stops feeling like willpower and starts feeling like default. And once that clicks, everything else gets easier. Step 2. Build a $10,000 emergency fund. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Your first job is to get out of survival mode. A $10,000 emergency fund is how you do it. It kills panic, protects your investments, and lets you make smarter choices. Without it, every flat tire, copay, or job hiccup sends you back to square one. Why $10,000? Because it covers most real-life, oh-no moments. Car repairs, a medical bill, a short job gap, without touching your investments or swiping high-interest credit. That's how you keep compounding intact. Think of this fund as your seatbelt. You don't notice it until you need it. And then you're very glad it's there. I'll give you the path. Stage 1, get $1,000 fast. Sell something, pause eating out, cancel subscriptions. Stage 2, 1 month of expenses. Stage 3, $10,000. Break it into weekly targets, automate it, and make it boring. How to set it up. Open a high-yield online savings account. Separate from checking so you don't see it daily. Turn on automatic transfers every payday. If you're paid bi-weekly, split your direct deposit. A small slice to savings, the rest to checking. Add side income where you can, overtime, weekend gig, freelance, and send every extra dollar straight to the fund. Stack quick wins, cancel 3 subscriptions you don't use, negotiate 1 bill, insurance, internet, phone, meal prep lunches and coffee. When windfalls show up, tax refund, bonus, gift, send at least 80% to the fund. Keep a simple visual tracker on your fridge or phone. Watching the number climb keeps you motivated. What to avoid? Don't start investing before you hit $10,000. Every dip will tempt you to sell. Don't park the fund in a no interest account. Let it earn while staying safe. Don't rate it for wants, concerts, gadgets, trips. It's for real emergencies only. Here's why this works. When emergencies hit, you won't sell investments at the worst time or swipe a 22% APR card. Your plan stays intact. And once the fund hits $10,000, you'll feel a mental shift. You'll sleep better. You'll negotiate better. You'll make decisions from strength, not fear. That's the point. Now we can invest with confidence. Step 3. Crush high-interest debt. Now that you've got your safety net, we attack the biggest drag on your wealth, high-interest debt. I'm talking about credit cards and anything with double-digit interest. At 20% APR, debt grows faster than most investments. Paying it off is like getting a guaranteed return at that same rate. That's powerful. Here's the plan in plain English. Make a debt list, balance, interest rate, and minimum payment for each. Keep paying the minimums on all of them. Then throw every extra dollar at the debt with the highest interest rate first. That's called the avalanche method. It saves you the most money. If you need quick wins to stay motivated, you can clear a small balance first, but then return to the highest rate. Automation helps. Set your minimums on autopay so you never get hit with late fees. Then set a separate weekly transfer labeled debt hit that goes to the top target. Weekly keeps momentum and shrinks interest faster than one big monthly payment. There's one exception most people miss, and it's free money. If your job offers a 401k match, contribute just enough to get the full match while you're paying off debt. Example, they match 50% up to 6% of your pay. You put in 6%, they add 3%. That's an instant, guaranteed boost you don't want to leave on the table. After you grab the match, every extra dollar goes back to debt. Want to speed this up? Try bi-weekly payments on your highest rate debt. 2 half payments often lower interest because your average balance is smaller. If you qualify, a 0% balance transfer for 12 to 18 months can buy time. Just watch the transfer fee and pay it off before the promo ends. Avoid traps. Don't reward yourself with new spending after a win. Don't invest in a taxable account while carrying 20% APR debt. It's like bailing water into a sinking boat. And check your vesting schedule at work so you understand when matched dollars are fully yours. Here's a quick script you can use today. Open your list, identify the top rate, set minimums to autopay, and schedule a $25 weekly debt hit. As your budget frees up, bump that number. A student of mine cleared a 22% card and freed $600 per month. That money now goes to investing. That's how you flip from paying interest to earning returns. Once your high interest debt is gone and you're still getting the match, you're ready for the fun part, growing money with taxes working for you, not against you. Step 4. Max tax advantaged accounts. The thing most people miss is taxes. Taxes are quiet, but they drag on your growth every year. So after the match and while debt is crushed or nearly gone, we use the right order to shelter your money from taxes. First, fund an IRA. Why start here? Control and low fees. In an IRA, you can choose ultra-cheap index funds. Fees matter because a 1% fee versus 0.03% compounds to tens of thousands over decades. Keep it simple. A total stock market index fund, and maybe a bond fund if you want less ups and downs. Roth or traditional? Here's the simple rule of thumb. If your income is lower now and likely higher later, Roth makes sense. Pay taxes today, enjoy tax-free growth and withdrawals later. If you're in a higher bracket now and expect a lower one later, traditional can help. You get a tax break today, pay taxes in retirement. Not sure? Split it! You're buying flexibility. Second, if you're eligible, use an HSA. This is only available if you have a high deductible health plan. The HSA is special because it's triple tax advantaged. You get a deduction on contributions, the money grows tax-free, and withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are tax-free too. Powerful! If you can afford it, pay current medical costs out of pocket, and keep your HSA invested. Save your receipts. There's no time limit on reimbursement, so you can pull money decades later tax-free for those old bills. After 65, non-medical withdrawals are taxed like a traditional IRA, but medical withdrawals remain tax-free. Third, go back to your 401k and contribute beyond the match. Why now? Employer plans can have higher fees and fewer choices, which is why we hit the IRA first, but 401ks still offer big tax benefits and high annual limits. Increase your contribution rate every time you get a raise, and you'll barely feel it. Use the cheapest index options in your plan. If your plan has a Roth 401k, apply the same Roth versus traditional logic as your IRA decision. Automation makes this painless. Set your IRA to auto-deposit each payday. If your employer allows, split your paycheck, some to checking, some to 401k, some to your HSA. This removes willpower from the equation. Let me give you a quick example flow once debt is handled. You already contribute to get the full match, then you max the IRA. If eligible, fund the HSA and invest it. After that, raise your 401k percent until you hit your target savings rate. Set a calendar reminder to bump contributions by 1% after every raise. Why this order works: you control fees early, you capture the HSA's unique tax perks if available, and you stuff more dollars into tax shelters before taxable accounts over decades. Avoiding tax drag and fees can mean hundreds of thousands more in your pocket. Once these buckets are filled consistently, you're ready to build your early retirement bridge in a taxable account and accelerate your exit from the 9 to 5. Step 5. Build your taxable bridge account. Now we build your bridge money. This is the cash you can use before retirement age without penalties. That's what a taxable brokerage is for. Keep it simple. Use tax-efficient index ETFs so you're not paying extra taxes every year. A great default is a total US market ETF plus a total international ETF. That combo gives you broad diversification with tiny fees. Avoid frequent trading. Every buy and sell can trigger taxes. Set automatic monthly buys and let it ride. Where do dividends go? You can reinvest them automatically, or if you're close to early retirement, you can take them in cash to help cover expenses. Small tweak, big flexibility. 2 quick tax tips. First, place higher dividend funds in your retirement accounts when possible. Keep lower dividend, tax-efficient ETFs in taxable. Second, learn basic tax loss harvesting. If an ETF drops below what you paid, you can sell it, book the loss to offset other gains or some income, then buy a similar, not identical ETF to keep your plan on track. Pitfalls to dodge: day trading, options, and chasing hype without your foundation. Your circle matters here too. Mute the noise, skip the FOMO chats, and stick to your rules. This account is your runway. As those tax-advantaged buckets grow for later, your taxable brokerage funds the years before you can tap them. That's how you quit sooner with confidence. Here's where momentum gets obvious. Around $60,000 invested, compounding starts to feel real. At 7%, that's roughly $350 a month in growth on average, without you lifting a finger. Think about that for a second. Keep the contribution sequence tight. Grab your employer match, max your IRA, fund your HSA if eligible, add more to your 401k, then pour the rest into taxable set percentage-based automation so raises instantly boost savings. Once a year, rebalance. If stocks ran hot and now overweight your plan, sell a little of what's high and buy what's lagging to return to target. Use rebalancing bands. Say, adjust only when you're 5% off to reduce tinkering. In retirement accounts, rebalancing usually avoids tax issues. Use a simple 3-fund baseline: total US stock, total international, and a bond fund. Simplicity beats complexity you can't stick with. Check fees yearly and swap to lower-cost options when available. Protect the engine. Top up your emergency fund, keep disability insurance, and consider term life if someone depends on your income. Maintain a small cash buffer for layoffs or big bills so you don't sell assets at a bad time. Big mistakes here: lifestyle creep after early wins, adding complex funds for ego, and ignoring your contribution order once income rises. The fix is boring: automation, calendar reminders, and quarterly money dates to review progress and bump savings one notch. This is the escape plan in motion: steady contributions, controlled risk, and fewer decisions. Time is the most valuable thing in these equations. The money relies on time to compound. So wasting time as a man is out of the question if you want to achieve real wealth or even an early retirement. If you notice all the successful investors, from famous to local investors, they all have one thing in common. They are punctual. They are always sharp and looking for more knowledge. They are in control of their emotions. They have patience. They are never frantic or out of control. They have a certain discipline that it takes to really make all these steps I gave you work. So therefore, make it upon yourself to tighten up all areas in your life that need to be tightened up. Meaning, get everything squared so your compounding is actual real returns. Here's what most people don't understand. Every year you delay is a year you can never get back. That's not motivation talk. That's math. If you start investing $500 a month at 25, you'll have around $1.2 million by 65. Start at 35, you'll have about $550,000. Same effort, same discipline, but 10 years cost you over $500,000. That's the price of I'll start next year. Think about that for a second. Your 30-year-old self can't go back and tell your 20-year-old self to start now, but your 40-year-old self is begging you right now to begin today. This isn't about perfection. It's about starting and staying consistent. Let me tell you something nobody talks about. The wealthiest people aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the most disciplined. They're the ones who automated their systems, stuck to boring plans, and ignored the noise for decades. While everyone else was chasing crypto hype, meme stocks, and get-rich-quick schemes, they were quietly filling their buckets month after month, year after year. Discipline looks boring from the outside, but inside it's freedom building in real time. Every automated transfer is a vote for your future self. Every no to impulse spending is a yes to early retirement. Every week you stick to the plan, you're separating yourself from the 78% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. And here's the secret weapon nobody mentions. Disciplined people sleep better. They don't panic when the market drops 20% because they know the plan. They don't stress about money because they built the buffer. They don't feel trapped in their job because they're building the bridge out. That peace of mind? You can't buy it. You can only build it. You only get one life, one timeline, one chance to compound your money and your time. The question isn't, can I afford to invest? The real question is, can I afford not to? Every day you wait, someone else is building their freedom. Every month you delay, compound interest is working for them, not you. Every year that passes, your retirement date moves further away, or your retirement lifestyle gets smaller. Is that what you want? I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it to wake you up. Because the truth is, you have everything you need right now to start. You don't need a perfect salary. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to time the market. You need a plan, automation, and the discipline to let time do its work. So here's your assignment. Look at your life right now. Where are you leaking time? Where are you leaking money? Where are you leaking focus? Because every leak slows your compounding. Tighten up your morning routine so you're starting strong. Tighten up your circle so you're surrounded by people who build, not spend. Tighten up your budget so every dollar has a job. Tighten up your automation so investing happens whether you feel like it or not. Tighten up your knowledge by learning one new thing about money every week. When everything is squared away, when your systems are running, when your discipline is locked in, that's when compounding becomes unstoppable. That's when you stop working for money and money starts working for you. This is the Money Introduction Channel. We're building a community of people who refuse to stay stuck. No question is a stupid question here. Ask us something in the comments and we'll make a video about it. Or somebody in the community will be proud to help. We're all on this journey together. Some are just starting step one, fixing their circle. Others are crushing debt. Some are maxing tax accounts. A few are already building their bridge to early retirement. Wherever you are, you're in the right place. Drop a comment right now. Tell us, which step are you on? What's your biggest challenge? What do you need help with? Because when you engage, you're not just learning, you're committing. And that commitment is the first step toward real change.